Welcome to the Bear River Community Theater. Though our seats have been empty, our stage has been alive. You are about to see the work of our talented student artists and performers, some experienced, and some sharing with us their first time in the spotlight. Despite performances being shut down nationwide, the Visual and Performing Arts Department at Bear River High School has persevered, creating a safe stage for our students and a way to share their efforts with you, our audience. Our unwavering desire to provide art, dance, music, and performances to our students and community will continue to fuel our new awakening strength. Enjoy the show.
I said I will find what is lowly and put the roots of my identity down there. Each day, I'll wake up and find the lowly nearby, a handy focus and reminder, a ready measure of my significance, a voice by which I would be heard, the wills, the kinds of selfishness I could freely adopt as my own. But though I have looked everywhere, I can find nothing to give myself to. Everything is magnificent with existence, is in surfeit of glory. Nothing is diminished. Nothing has been diminished for me. I said, what is more lowly than the grass? Ah, a ground crust of dry burnt moss. I looked at it closely and said, this can be my habitat. But nestling in, I found below the brown exterior green mechanisms beyond the intellect, awaiting resurrection in rain. So I got up and ran, saying there is nothing lowly in the universe. I found a beggar. He had stumps for legs. Nobody was paying him any attention. Everybody went on by. I nestled in and found his life. There, love shook his body like a devastation. I said, though I have looked everywhere, I can find nothing lowly in the universe. I whirled through transfigurations up and down, transfigurations of size and shape and place. At one sun point came still, stood in wonder, moss, beggar, weed, tick, pine, self, magnificent with being.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I love them all. Do 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 ah, ah. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more, though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them. In my life, I love you more. In my life, I love you more.
I'm a failure. Joe is in New York being a writer, and I'm a failure.
That's quite a statement to make at 20.
Well, Rome took all the vanity out of me, and Paris made me realize I'd never be a genius, so I'm giving up all of my foolish artistic hopes.
But why give up, Amy? You have so much talent.
Talent is not genius, and no amount of energy can make it so. I want to be great or nothing, and I will not stand to be some commonplace dauber, and I don't intend to try anymore.
What women are allowed in the Club of Geniuses anyhow?
The Brontes?
That's it?
Yes, I think so.
And who would declare this genius?
Men, I suppose.
That's cutting down the competition.
That's quite the complicated argument to make me feel better.
Do you, though? Do you feel better?
I do believe, man or woman, I am of middling talent.
Middling talent? May I ask your last portrait be of me?
All right.
Now that you've given up all your foolish artistic hopes, what are you going to do with the rest of your life?
Polish up all of my other talents and become an ornament to society.
So that's where Fred Vaughn comes in, I suppose.
Don't make fun.
What? I said his name. You're not engaged, I hope.
No.
But you will be if he goes on properly on one knee.
Most likely, yes. He's rich. Richer than you, even.
I understand that the queen of society can't get on without money, but it does sound odd coming from the mouth of one of your mother's girls.
I've always known I would marry rich. Why should I be ashamed of that?
It's nothing to be ashamed of as long as you love him.
Well, I believe we have some power over who we love. It isn't just something that happens to a person.
I think the poets might disagree.
Well, I am not a poet. I am a woman. And as a woman, there is no way for me to make my own money. Not enough to earn a living or to support my family. And if I did have money, which I don't, that money would belong to my husband the moment we got married. And if we had children, they would be his. They would be his property. So don't stand there and act like marriage isn't an economic proposition, because it is. It may not be for you, but it most certainly is for me. Oh, that'll be Fred. Untie me. Thank you. How do I look? Do I look all right?
You look beautiful. You are beautiful.
It feels like I'm born again. Everything about me has changed. After I met you, I became a new person. My mom is the most surprised. First, I wake up early in the morning and turn on the music that you suggested. I don't know why, but I like that music. That song with the hard-to-memorize title. I take a shower even though I don't have to. As I follow along with that melody, my mornings that were always so hard, how could it be so enjoyable now? Oh, it's so amazing, my heart for you. Oh, it's so new. I've never seen myself like this before. If it's like this every day, the world would be such a good place to live. All the handsome guys on the subway, I don't even look at them anymore. After a few stops, I'm gonna see you. My face in the train window reflection is smiling. I was never interested in flower shops, but my feet stopped at one. I dug into my pockets and bought a bouquet, even though it's not a special day. The same time, the same place, has a new meaning because of you alone. It's so amazing. Each day is so beautiful. Each minute, each second is too precious. My days are so different that it's hard to believe. My face, the way I talk, my eyes, they're all different. I've never been like this before. It's strange. Oh, it's so amazing, my heart for you. Oh, it's so new. I've never seen myself like this before. If it's like this every day, the world will be such a good place to live.
Oh, Mama, look at me for one moment as though you really saw me. Mama, 14 years have gone by. I'm dead. You're a grandmother, Mama. I married George Gibbs, Mama. Wally's dead too. His appendix burst on a camping trip to Crawford Notch. We felt just terrible about it. Don't you remember? But just for a moment now, we're all together. Mama, just for a moment, let's be happy. Let's look at one another. I can't go on. It goes so fast. We don't have time to look at one another. I didn't realize all that was going on and we never noticed. Take me back, up the hill, to my grave. But first, wait, one more look. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Grover's Corners, Mama and Papa. Goodbye to clocks ticking and my butternut tree and Mama's sunflowers and food and coffee and new iron dresses and hot baths and sleeping and waking up. Oh, Earth, you're too wonderful for anyone to realize you. Do any human beings realize life while they live it? Every minute?
Gretchen thinks you're mad at her because she's running for Spring Fling Queen.
Oh my god, I'm not mad at her. I'm worried about her. I mean, if nobody votes for her, she's gonna have a total meltdown. And who's gonna have to take care of her? Me!
So you don't think anyone will vote for her?
Katie. She's not pretty. I mean, that sounds bad, but whatever. The Spring Fling Queen is always pretty. And the thing is, it should be Karen, but everyone forgets about her because she's such a tramp. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm going to bed.
Well, she's not mad at you.
Hold on.
Hello?
If someone said something bad about you, you'd want me to tell you, right?
No.
What if it was someone you thought was your friend?
What are you... Hold on, other line.
I'm not taking this anymore.
Good for you, Gretch.
Hello?
Let's go out.
Okay, hold on, I'm on the other line with Gretchen.
Don't invite Gretchen. She's driving me nuts.
Hold on. It's Regina. She wants to hang out with me tonight, but she told me not to tell you.
Do not hang out with her.
Why?
You don't want me to tell you.
You can tell me. Hold on. Oh my god, she's so annoying.
Who is?
Who's this?
Gretchen.
Right, hold on. Oh my god, she's so annoying.
I know. Just get rid of her.
Okay, what is it?
Regina says everyone hates you because you're such a tramp.
She said that?
You didn't hear it from me?
Little harsh, Gretch.
Ugh, whatever. She has a right to know.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Boo, you jerk.
Your very first party ever?
Do funerals count?
But your very first party? Ooh, I know. Let's tell each other something we never told anyone before. I'll go first. Piero and I are getting married.
He asked you already?
Oh no, he doesn't know yet. Now you tell me a secret. Like, why do you sleep with this funny little green bottle under your pillow?
Give it back.
Come on, tell.
Give it to me.
Tell me.
was my mother's, that's all.
Well, that's no fair. I told you a really good one.
My father hates me. That's not the secret. The secret is he has good reason to. It's my fault.
What? What is?
The reason my sister is the way she is. You see, when my mother was carrying Nessa, my father was afraid the new baby might come out
green.
He was so afraid, in fact, that he made our mother chew milk flowers day and night. Only it made Nessa come out too soon with her little legs all tangled up. And our mother never woke up. None of which would have happened if not for me.
But that was the milk flower's fault, not yours. That may be your secret, Elphaba, but that doesn't make it true. Look, it's tomorrow. And Elfie, is it okay if I call you Elfie?
It's a little perky.
Well, you can call me Galinda. You see, Elfie, now that we're friends, I've decided to make you my new project.
You really don't have to do that.
Oh, I know, but that's what makes me so nice. Whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than I? My tender heart tends to start to bleed. But when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. And I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case yet I have to face, but don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. So follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. We're gonna make you popular. I'll teach you the proper ploys when you talk to boys, little ways to flirt and flounce. I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. You're going to be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, because you've got a long way to go.
Look, Peter, the sky. What a lovely day. Aren't the clouds beautiful? You know what I do when it seems as if I couldn't stand being cooped up here for one more minute? I think myself out. I think myself on a walk in the park where I used to go with Pim, where the daffodils and the crocus and the violets grow down the slopes. You know what the most wonderful thing about thinking yourself out is? You can have it any way you like. You can have violets and roses and chrysanthemums all blooming at the same time. You know, it's funny. I used to take it all for granted, and now I've gone crazy about everything to do with nature. Haven't you? I wish you had a religion, Peter. I don't mean you need to be orthodox or believe in heaven and hell and purgatory and things. I just mean some religion, just to believe in something. When I think of all that's out there, the trees and the flowers and the seagulls, when I think of the dearness to you, Peter, and the goodness of all the people we know, Mr. Crawler, Meep, Dirk, the vegetable man, all risking their lives for us every single day, when I think of these good things, I'm not afraid anymore. I find myself and God and there have always been people that have had to suffer, sometimes on race, sometimes another, and yet I know it's terrible trying to have any faith when people are doing such horrible, but you know what I sometimes think? I think the world may be going through a phase, the way I was with Mother. It may not pass for hundreds of years, but someday I still believe, in spite of everything, that people are really good at heart.
Insects slowly climb from their winter sheets, making their bed with hardly any care, for the snow will melt away any day now. They can smell it in the damp spring air. The newborn tulips made the morning air ripe, in which sleepy spiders spun their silken strings. The winter fingers which gripped the river's surface slowly released as the birds stretched their thrawing wings. Music returned to the longing, frigid night air. Stars swarm the rejuvenating eastern sky, as nocturnal critters took the evenings again with their awakened bodies.
the leaves are brown,
all the leaves are brown,
and the sky is gray.
and the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk,
I've been for a walk
on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm,
I'd be safe and warm
if I was in LA.
if I was in LA.
California dreaming
California dreaming
on such a winter's day.
Stopped into a church.
Stopped into a church.
I passed along the way.
I passed along the way.
Well, I got down on my knees.
Got down on my knees and I pretend to pray.
You know the preacher likes the
Preacher
cold.
likes the cold.
He knows I'm gonna stay.
He knows I'm gonna stay.
California dreaming.
California dreaming on such a winter's day.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray.
I've been for a walk on a winter's day.
If I didn't tell her I could leave today.
California dreaming on such a winter's day.
When I first saw her, everything in my head went quiet. All the tics, all the constantly refreshing images just disappeared. When you have obsessive compulsive disorder, you don't really get quiet moments. Even in bed, I'm thinking, did I lock the door? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. Did I lock the door? Yes. Did I wash my hands? Yes. But when I saw her, the only thing I thought about was the hairpin curve of her lips, or the eyelash on her cheek. The eyelash on her cheek. The eyelash on her cheek. I knew I had to talk to her. I asked her out 6 times in 30 seconds. She said yes after the third one, but I had to keep going because none of them felt right. On our first date, I spent more time color coordinating my meal than I did eating it or even talking to her. But she loved it. She loved that I had to kiss her goodbye 16 times or 24 times if it was a Wednesday. She loved that it took me forever to get home because there are so many cracks on our sidewalk. When we moved in together, she said she felt safe, like no one would ever rob us, because I definitely locked the door 18 times. I would always watch her mouth when she talked, 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 when she talked. When she said, "I love you," her mouth would curl up at the edges. At night, she'd lay in bed and watch me turn the lights off, and on and 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 off. She'd close her eyes and imagine that days and nights were passing by in front of her. Some mornings, I would start kissing her goodbye and she'd just leave because I was making her late for work. When I stopped in front of a crack in the sidewalk, she would just keep walking. When she said, "I love you," her mouth was a straight line. She told me I was taking up too much of her time. Last week, she moved into her mother's. She said that she shouldn't have let me get so attached to her, that this whole thing was a mistake, but how can it be a mistake that I don't have to wash my hands after I touched her? Love is not a mistake, and it kills me that she can just run away from this, and I can't. I can't move on. I can't find someone new because I'm always thinking of her. Usually when I obsess over things, I see germs crawling all over my skin. I see myself crushed by an endless succession of cars, and she was the first beautiful thing I ever was fixated on. I want to wake up every morning thinking about how she holds the steering wheel, how she turns shower knobs like she's opening a safe, How she blows out candles, blows out candles, blows out candles, blows out candles, blows out candles. Now I just think about someone else kissing her. I can't breathe. Because he only kisses her once. He doesn't care if it's perfect. I want her back so bad. I leave the door unlocked. I leave the lights on.
Thank me when I'm gone for telling you I could see the man you had become. And I'm sorry that we couldn't work it out again. And all our toxic friends will remind us till the end. Hold me for the very last time, 'cause when you call tonight, I'm not gonna hear you cry. So when you call tonight, I'll be on the first flight out of town, so I don't have to hear the sound of your voice anymore. God, I really miss the way you laughed. I don't know if I can live without that. It's gonna break my heart. Call me when you've completely lost yourself, and I won't judge you for being controlled by someone else, but hate me for being who you never wanted to lose. But our time was overdue. Exact words of you. So when you call tonight, I'll be on the first flight out of town, so I don't have to hear the sound of your voice anymore. God, I really miss the way you laughed. I don't know if I can live without that. It's gonna break my heart. Let me go now. You keep dropping now, and I can't take it anymore. Time keeps going, and we're still growing. The future always comes around. So when you call tonight, we'll talk for hours about our lives, and we'll be alright. We'll be alright. When we meet again, we'll talk about when we were kids, where to begin. We really lived. We really lived.